Good evening. Guys, I'm Mac again. I'm right back here in Lexington, Mississippi, and thank you for joining me on the road with the SPRA. May the 28th and 29th took us over that Peach State line with Mr. Robin Brooks and Company with Southern Rodeo for your 2021 Hiwassee, Georgia Pro Rodeo. Guys, Mr. David Sharp over there, he commanded the mic all weekend, kept everybody informed, and he teamed up with probably one of the most awesome rodeo entertainers and funny men and barrelmen I know. I'm proud to say he comes from the northern part of the Magnolia State, the one and only Mr. Dusty Myers. Dude, he is awesome in the arena and awesome out of it. I'm glad to see him over there with Southern Rodeo Company. We got into the bear bag. Let me tell you, the most physically demanding event in rodeo. This is how it shook out. Your 2020 SPFR average champion, the Saraland, Alabama Bronx Dumper, he put the spurs in one and got it down for 77 points. Mr. Matt Smith is your Hiwassee, Georgia champion in the bareback. Congratulations to you, Cowboy. On to the classic event of rodeo, our saddle bronc riding. He kicked it off with the Bluegrass State Cowboy. He splits third with 72 points. Eli Troyer comes in there. Now I'm going to tell you, the Cowboy he split it with, he hails from Cottondale, Florida. He is a seasoned veteran. He's the reigning SPRA champion. Mr. Joe Farron, that Cowboy makes it look easy like another day in the office. He and Eli Troyer go into the pay window, splitting that third place check with 72 points each. Eli's brother, Rudy Troyer, 74 points for that Cowboy. The number one Cowboy holding that position in the SPRA gets that second place check. And then Mr. Tyler Pruitt clinches up the win with 75 championship points in the saddle bronc. That takes us to our tie-down calf roping. It's got more moves in it than any other event in rodeo. Mr. Cooper Christensen, Pontotoc, Mississippi. He is a brand new daddy. He sneaks into the pay window with an 11.3. Dustin Hooper shows us a 10.3 for a third place check. Your 18-time world champion from Waycross, Georgia, comes in with a 10.2 and says, I'll take it for the second place money. And then the equine dentist from Hoboken, Georgia, tying up the win with 9.4 seconds. Mr. Cord Spradley doing it to it for us right there in Hiwassee, Georgia. Congratulations, Cowboy. Pretty cowgirls breaking ropes away from the saddle horns. That's what we're going to next. These are your breakaway roping results. Miss Riley Parker posts up 3.2 seconds to get to the second place window. First place with a 2.9 is split. Is split between Miss Morgan Larkin and the White Georgia Cowgirl. She's 16 years old, guys. At 16 years old, Miss Maylee Wade has made her way to the SPFR an impressive 3 times. 2.9 seconds. Get those Cowgirls at first place check, and we say congratulations to all of you. On to the big man's event, the steer wrestling. It's not necessarily about how big you are. It's about your technique, about how you know to do what you do, and how good you are at it. Mr. Cooper Christensen, I've already introduced you to him back in the tie-down calf roping. All-around cowboy, Pontotoc, Mississippi, the brand new daddy. He's mighty proud of that. He comes in, guys, and he says, hey, look, I got struggles. It's going to be a 19-2 for the cowboy, but you never count yourself out until the end of the rodeo, till the fat lady sings or the announcer says good night and God bless. That 19.2 earns that cowboy the win right there in Hiwassee, Georgia. That takes us to the dynamic duos of rodeo. Our headers and our heelers, it's the only event that allows you to have two people to create one time. The team rope. In fourth place, the last hole, multiple-time SPFR qualifier Seth Thomas and former SPRA champion Mr. Jesse Cook, there from Jasper, Alabama, sneak into the pay window with an 11.1. We see your 18-time world champion Justin Thigpen on the head side, teaming up with Cord Spradley, the Peach State duo. 9.6 gets him a third-place check. Your number 2 healer from Scooter, Mississippi, Mr. Wes Goody Goodrich, in there on the second-place win, teaming up with the big man from Calera, Alabama, Mr. Philip Kels. 7.8 seconds gets them that second-place check. But then the number 7 cowboy from Hogansville, Georgia, Mr. Will Payton. He also teams up with the big man, the number 1 man on the hillside, Calera, Alabama's own Philip Kels. 5.3 stretches out the win there in the team roping. Congratulations to you guys. Let's go to the pretty cowgirls and lightning fast American quarter horses. It's horse racing rodeo style. Now this rookie, she's getting her education over at the University of West Alabama. Ms. Olivia Williams, she is a UWA Tiger Wrangler. She posts up a 15.105 to get that third place check. Ms. Emma Corkin comes back and answers her challenge there and says, hey, I'm going to take that second place win with a 15.036. We slide over to the Peach State, to the premier model for The Cowboy Shop, www.thecowboyshop.com. I'm talking about the one and only Miss Kaylee Bell Duncan. Guys, the numbers came in for that cowgirl, and they read back at 14.90 and 0. This young cowgirl has been on fire this year. She gets a second place check. Then we go take a trip up to Blairsville, Georgia. This is probably one of the nicest young cowgirls I know. Ms. Alyssa McFarland, multiple-time SPFR qualifier. She rides a big old sorrel horse she calls Hiwassee. They have been on fire this year. She recently had a birthday. We say happy birthday to you, Alyssa. And now let me tell them about your run. You know, they came over there to Hiwassee. And let me show you something. This is what we want to feature this week. This is our run of the week. Check it out. Check out the crowd. Look how electric it is around there. Man, standing room only, one turn to the right. She sits up and rides old Hiwassee like she's stolen. Spins that one quicker than a moonshiner dirt road. Son, you like NASCAR, you like going fast. Just getting it to the house there. Posting up the numbers, 14,451 gets the birthday girl the win there in Hiwassee, Georgia. Congratulations, Alyssa. We got big things coming from you, cowgirl, in 2021. Great run. Then there was one. All the people you saw standing up earlier, the electric crowd there. Man, Hiwassee, Georgia brought the funny. They brought the crowd. They brought the electricity. Mr. Dusty Myers, your barrelman, he teamed up with the Cowboy Protectors, Mr. Shane Esco and Jeremy Cohen. Guys, they are two of the baddest in the land. When it was all said and done, one cowboy prevailed. Josh Etheridge, he put the steel in the beef. That cowboy is currently the number 3 cowboy in the SPRA standings. When it was all said and done, the judges tallied up the scores. They said 86.5 points for the win there in Hiwassee, Georgia. And that's how all the action shook out with Southern Rodeo Company. Mr. Robin Brooks and family. It's a family affair for them, guys. My name is Mac again, and I live in Lexington, Mississippi. I want to thank you for joining me on the road with the SPRA. www.sprarodeo.net. That's where you can find us. That's where you can keep up with the schedule. That's where you can keep up with the standings. That's where you can join the SPRA. Y'all come see me.